light 'em up in the ring, light 'em up, shoot, shine, do your thing, light 'em up in the ring, light 'em up, shoot, shine, do your thing, light 'em up, go dumb, go stupid, yeah, we undefeated, sucker free, we got the seats heated, let's face it, you bout to get a beat down, less talking, let's take it to the streets now, ain't gonna be no rematch, why you wanna fight, touchdown on sight, yeah, turn off the light, oh, turn off the light, let's get it poppin', go dumb. When you see me moving, bodies dropping. Move some. I'm about to go sick, call Earl. I'm turning up like E40, not your average girl. I'm turning up. We can rock like Rocky, make you tap it. Ghost ride the whip, look at my drip. This ain't a copy. We got all night if you wanna throw hands. When they see me fight, they wanna throw bands. Go dumb, go stupid, yeah, we undefeated. Sucker free, we got the seats heated. Light 'em up in the ring, light 'em up, shoot, shine, do your thing. Light 'em up in the ring, light 'em up, shoot, shine, do your thing. Light 'em up.
It's time for the main event. It's the Shoe Shine.
¿Qué onda, vatos locos? It's your boy Dave in the 702. Coming at you for a special post-game wrap-up Monday Night Football. Saludos to everybody out there in YouTube Landia. Shout out to all the Niner gang out there. Shout out to 702 Man Cave, who was the big winner, actually. It looks like him and Drew tied for the most amount of wins. He's in the chat, so he's participating in our Tailgate Talk weekly picks, which will culminate with the winner getting a $100 Amazon gift card. Shout out to everybody out there who watched the game. If you didn't watch the game, I'll let you know the San Francisco 49ers won 20-9 against kind of a red-hot Carolina Panthers team who had put up, 400 yards of offense just the week before. And I thought that Bryce Young would do so much more, given that our defense has been going through a rough patch, losing such stars as Fred Warner. Incidentally, today, shout out to the Samoan dude up at the Blue Diamond Vons, man. The cool-ass dude I met today. I didn't get your name, man, but he was rocking the Fred Warner jersey. He was from the Bay, from the Yay. Transplant like me. And indeed, man, we got the job done on a Monday Night Football. Not a very pretty game. 3 very startling interceptions by our quarterback, Brock Purdy, which, early on this game, I'm thinking, I'm chatting with folks. I'm like, I'm not too sure about that turf toe. I'm not too sure that turf toe is completely healed because he's on deep passes. He's becoming kind of unreliable and inaccurate. But credit to the 49ers offensive team for, not taking him out of the game, not doing what most fans were on Twitter calling for, saying, throw in Mac Jones, put Mac Jones back in there. Nah, they stuck with Brock Purdy. And they got the job done. 2 interceptions thrown by Bryce Young himself. 49ers came up big defensively. And we got the job done 20-9. I want to talk a little bit about NFL this past weekend. Shout out to Chicano Prophet. I like the name change. I like it. Drew is missing in action after the Eagles choked against the Cowboys. Now, I did talk to Drew Evo. And, of course, Monday night is Shoe Shine. Monday night is the Shoe Shine. Something came up, and we're going to resume back the boxing talk tomorrow because obviously there's so much to cover in the sport of boxing. Finally, it feels good. Like we're in a good place again. I'm feeling hopeful about the sport. Lots of big news and big things coming up in the sport of boxing to end a rather kind of slow start to 2025. But I'm excited about that. Stay tuned for that, guys. You guys can ask Drew tomorrow where he was at. Now, I want to give credit to the Cowboys. How about them Cowboys, says 702 Man Cave. Got to give credit where credit is due. They fought back and they rallied back. And they did the underdog thing, man. Shout out to everybody that 24-21. There were some close calls, too, yesterday, guys. The New York Giants. I was watching that game early. And I kept questioning some of these coaching decisions, man. I thought the New York Giants are about to walk away with a massive upset. Here's Malik Neighbors' deleted post after the Giants lost. This game was won. They had this game in the bag. All they needed to do was a field goal. He says, sometimes I think they be making us lose on purpose because it's no way, bro. You throw the ball instead of running it to make them burn 2 timeouts. Then you don't kick the field goal. Then they have to go down and score football. Common sense. Am I missing something? Yeah, that was horrible for New York Giants fans. They're 2-10. They shouldn't be. They play a lot better than that. Shout out to Big Spooky in the chat. We're just wrapping up NFC West, NFL Monday Night Football. I give the team a B, but maybe a solid B on that. Christian McCaffrey balled out, played fantastic. Let's look at some of his stats, guys. Christian McCaffrey. Let's look at some of these numbers here. McCaffrey, 31 touches for a total of 142 yards. A classic Christian McCaffrey performance. Very difficult. As I said, Brock Purdy threw 3 interceptions, which was startling. And against elite competition, I think, had we been playing the Rams and he threw up 3 interceptions, it'd be completely the other way around. Now, the NFC West is a remarkable division in all of football. 49ers, even with the win, the 2 top teams also came away victorious. Obviously, the Rams are now, let's check this out. They're 9-2, right, guys? 9-2. 49ers 8-4. The 49ers don't have a bye week. We still have another game before we get our final bye, or our first bye of the season. This season, 17 games, just 1 bye. Let me look quickly here where we are. Well, the big news, guys, if you don't know, Shedeur Sanders started his first game here in Las Vegas this weekend, F1 weekend. Shedeur played pretty well. I mean, being the fact that no Browns player in their debut as quarterback has ever won a game. But it's been announced. Shedeur Sanders, Cleveland, this coming week. 49ers are going to have a short, 1 day short of rest. But Shedeur Sanders will be playing the 49ers. And y'all remember that his father was a very key player for the 49ers, winning the 1994 Super Bowl, the last time we've won the Lombardi Trophy. So it'll be very interesting to see Shedeur's dad, who was here in Las Vegas as they blasted out the Las Vegas Raiders. And Las Vegas Raiders, they fired their offensive coordinator after the game. No laughing matter, but Geno Smith, I'm sorry, guys. Geno Smith has got to be the worst quarterback right now that the Las Vegas Raiders have had in recent memory. But it doesn't seem to bother Al Davis whatsoever. Al Davis this past weekend, this is how much of a good time he was having. He was having a great time. He doesn't seem to care that he has a losing team that's almost going to fall to 2-10. Absolute pathetic. Playing a team equally as bad with a guy making his first full complete start in Shedeur Sanders and not being able to do much at all. Let me show you some of the highlights from this weekend's game from that, because these are highlights from Twitter. Big Spooky, yeah, let it be. We're vertical today. I'm by myself, so that's expected. If people are being completely disrespectful, then we time them out or block them altogether. I'm doing my own thing here. Let's see, guys. By the way, for boxing fans, you guys know this is primarily a boxing channel. I wanted to express my sincere condolences and to the family of a boxer I really enjoyed it during the prime of his career. I'm talking about Vanes Martirosyan, Armenian fighter who was an Olympic fighter on the Olympic team to the U.S. He had remarkably good career, fought a lot of the type junior middleweights, and even fought Gennady Golovkin. And sadly, very sadly, he passed away this weekend at the age of 39. That's incredible, guys. I watched his entire career. To think that he was only 39 years old and to lose a battle with cancer at such a young age. There's been some very sad, tragic losses in the sport of boxing this year. And again, this weekend, we lose a great one. As I said, a former U.S. Olympian of Armenian descent, Southern California kid. Just a very sad, tragic loss, man. And shout out and respect to all his family, and rest in peace, guys. And we will be doing more in-depth boxing talk tomorrow night. All right. Niners. Everybody's entitled to an opinion, right? Everybody can have an opinion. Let's get back to some talk with the Las Vegas Raiders, guys. So I wanted to show you that it got cracking this past weekend. Quite a bit of fistfights out in the stands of most stadiums, including the Dallas Cowboys games had quite a bit of fist fights too. But let me see here. I've got some highlight clips how it goes down here in Vegas, guys. Let's play some of this audio. Well, not much hands getting thrown. That video kind of sucked, but here we go. Here's some more fights from this weekend.
Oh my God! Hey! Hey! Hey!
My bad.
Stop, I'm recording you.
My bad. Vince, that's from your game, Cowboys versus Eagles fans. Man, Purdy played like crap. I'm so happy they got the job done. He did throw 3 really bad deep passes for 3 interceptions. He's got to clean that up next week. We do have a lucky break in the sense that Shador Sanders is very much unseasoned, and we will be going into their backyard. They do have a good defense. The Browns, I think we're going to be a clear favorite. Again, this is a game. Looking at the Niners schedule, they had a rather weak schedule. The Rams are catching a break, guys, because I don't see the Rams losing a game for quite a bit. Let me just tell you here, this coming Sunday, I expect the 49ers to beat the Browns and Shador Sanders, although it should be very competitive because of the strength of the defense. The Browns held the Raiders to just 10 points. They sacked them 7 times, and the 49ers have kind of some offensive line problems, so this could be a real tricky situation. The Browns being able to sack Geno Smith of the Raiders 7 times this past weekend, and Brock Purdy having this lingering turf toe could be a real game changer this coming Sunday. So it should be a very competitive game. Yeah. Thank you, Demo Ballistics Car. I appreciate you. It's going to be a close game. It's not a foregone conclusion that they will win, but I think they are going to pull ahead this coming Sunday due to the inexperience. And the 49ers young defense is starting to get lit. They're starting to to show up now, even though without our 2 stars in the lineup, Bosa and Fred Warner, they got the job done against a team today that put up 400 yards the prior week in Bryce Young. They made him look really, really bad. Where's my schedule for the Niners? What's going on with this? Give me a second, guys. I got to pull up this schedule here. Got it on my phone. Appreciate everybody. If you guys are new here, it's a sports channel. Primarily, we do combat sports. Tonight, we're just going to be doing a little bit of Niner talk really quickly. So the Niners play the Browns, and then we have a bye week against the Titans. They have to win these 2 games. That'll put us up at 10-4. And then we go into a really difficult stretch against, the Colts. Indianapolis Colts are a surprise team this year. The Bears are a very challenging team. They could very well lose that game as well. And then we end the season January 4th against the number 2 team in the NFC West, the Seattle Seahawks, who we have beat. And they've lost some close games. They've lost to the Buccaneers. They've lost to the Rams. We have one up on the Rams. That could be a toss-up game at the end of the season, and we'll see if Brock Purdy could remain healthy. Yeah, this coming up weekend, BHW Gaming 6209 says the Detroit Lions are hosting the Green Bay Packers. That should be a very good division game. And the Dallas Cowboys are hosting the Kansas City Chiefs, who managed to come back this weekend, guys. I feel like, how many times have we seen Patrick Mahomes come back and rally late? Like he's just not a guy that gives up ever. So we do have some really exciting football games coming up this weekend. Again, the 49ers 20-9. Very close to the numbers that the Cleveland Browns put up against the Las Vegas Raiders. The Las Vegas Raiders are a much more poorer team overall. So how do we rate that performance? Cowboys on Thanksgiving is always something to watch. Indeed, I appreciate that. Shout out to SoCal Darius. He says, "How's it going, my brother?" Did I miss your picks this week, guys? Come back on Wednesday night, guys. We're going to do our picks this weekend. For the Thanksgiving game, because we won't be able to do them. Normally we do our football picks on Thursday night. He says, I'm not liking our odds against the Chiefs. We are a -2.5 underdogs. You guys got some good momentum though, man. That was a really morale lifting performance by the Dallas Cowboys. My co-host from Philadelphia said that they never lose wearing the jerseys that they were wearing, and they got the job done. So at this point late in the season, I'm never surprised by top teams losing to underdog teams at this point in the season. It happens quite frequently. In fact, the New York Giants were as I mentioned, they should have won that game, and they basically gave that game away to the Detroit Lions. So speaking of the Rams, guys, the NFC West is just a red-hot division. I anticipate the Rams, who are now the number 1 seed, to most likely take the NFC West based on their schedule. Let's look at their schedule really quickly. November 30th, they play the team we just destroyed on Monday Night Football. All but certain that they beat the Panthers, maybe even more impressively. Then they play the Cardinals, who were dead last in the division, December the 7th. That's another win. That puts them up at an unbelievable 11-2 maybe. Then they actually might get challenged on December the 14th against the Lions. This is a rivalry they've had, right? The Lions and the Rams. I don't know. That might be the first game in a while that the Rams lose. I certainly hope so as a 49er fan. And then on December 18th, they could also be up against the number 2 team. They could potentially lose that game. But they probably won't against the Seahawks, guys, who are number 2 in the division. And they have some really, really easy games again to end the season, Falcons and the Cardinals. So that being said, what do you guys think? What do you think the Rams' final record will be? 17 games, the 49ers. Demo Ballistic says, I don't think Kyle has that charisma to uplift and get the best out of players. You know, I think he's entirely relied for way too long on captains like, George Kittle, Purdy, Fred Warner defensively, and Bosa. I think he replies. I think you're right, man. He's not that type of guy. You very rarely see him lose control of his emotions. I happen to agree with you a little bit on that. And sometimes I think in games where they've been down this season and in the entirety of his career, you don't ever see him rally the troops. And this season, without key captains like Fred Warner, it's very difficult. And I think it's a fantastic thing that George Kittle is back in the lineup and playing well again, because he is that guy. He's that guy that lifts this team offensively. 20 points is not a lot of points, but, they got the job done. But Saleh is, and that's why the New York Jets thought he'd make a fantastic head coach. And unfortunately, I'm not sure if we'll have Saleh next year. And he's very much somebody that every 49er fan out there wants to stay in that position, man. He's a very vital part of the 49ers franchise, unfortunately. Speaking of coaches getting fired, the offensive coordinator was fired from the Raiders. They thought that was a right decision. And Greg Olsen, quarterback coach for the Las Vegas Raiders, has now been promoted to offensive coordinator. But a lot of people are already here in Vegas saying that Pete Carroll may be a wrong pick. He has his sons working on the team. They're talking about nepotism here. And because of that, people are thinking maybe Pete Carroll is not the right fit here. And I think the Broncos are doing just fine. Let me look at the Denver Broncos. 100% see them obviously going to the number 1 in the AFC West. Yeah, I really like how Bo Nix plays. And this weekend they play the Commanders, the team is just in bad shape. They're absolutely going to destroy them. Then December 7th, they come back here to Las Vegas to play the Raiders. And they won't have a real serious threat until they play the Chiefs. Oh, I'm sorry, they just played the Chiefs November 16th, so December 7th. Yeah, I love watching Bo Nix, man. Let me quickly look at some of these rankings. Again, AFC West, AFC East, Patriots 10-2, AFC North, the Ravens, after getting their quarterback back, are now 6-5. That's a really weak division. AFC South 8-3, Colts, the 49ers are going to be massive underdogs when we play the Colts. Hopefully we won't get injured in that team. AFC West 9-2, Broncos playing just as good as the LA Rams. Big surprise. NFC West 9-2, Seahawks 8-3. The 49ers now improved to 8-4, but we're still one game behind Seattle Seahawks. All right. NFC South, the Buccaneers. Well, they beat some really good teams this year, but the Buccaneers, Baker Mayfield, the team is looking worse and worse with their injuries, now sitting at 6-5. Is this updated here? Carolina Panthers fell today. They didn't update this just yet, did they? Panthers fall to 6-6. That's right. And Buccaneers stay in first place. The Bears playing really good football. Shockingly, 8-3. A very good season for them. I don't think the 49ers will have an easy game at all with them. And they're really going to have to, if they can win that game, I think that all but kind of ensures that they're a team that's going to make the wild card and keep that wild card spot. So what did you guys think of the San Francisco 49ers performance today? As I mentioned, guys, if you're new to the channel, we do boxing talk. We do, combat sports talks here primarily. We do 2 football shows a week. I myself am a 49er fan, so I thought I'd go live tonight really quickly. Yeah, he says the Rams look like they might win it all. They definitely are going to win that NFC West looking at their schedule. If the 49ers make the playoffs, it'll be as a wild card. One of the teams I think that we all got to watch out for, surprisingly, if the Packers can pick up some momentum, they might squeeze themselves into a wild card situation as well. So, this is our schedule for the week, guys. If you are a boxing fan, I want to let you know we have our show tomorrow. The Shoe Shine is going to be on Tuesday at 8 o'clock tomorrow. I see some new people in here. If you are a fan of boxing, and you probably heard that this weekend, Devin Haney of Las Vegas, he lives out here in Henderson, he won his 3rd division world championship, beating Brian Norman Jr. This channel will be giving away a Devin Haney autographed glove. Now, we joked about it last week. Most of us did not think he was going to pull away with the victory. He now becomes a 3-time division world champion. We will be giving away an autographed Devin Haney glove from this channel. So if you're a fight fan, boxing fan, if you're a collector of sports memorabilia, make sure you subscribe to this channel and so we can alert you to what the guidelines and the rules are going to be for that special glove giveaway. We also have a new podcast we're starting. Been doing it with my one of my co-hosts in this channel here, 702 Man Cave from the Man Cave Studios here in Las Vegas. And we need a new name for a new combat sports show. Where we need somebody to come up with a name for a brand new show. We already started to do it. It's from the Man Cave Studios. The winner of that, okay, this is basically it. You got me and Vince and the 2 bosses, aka the 2 bosses. The winner who names that show, all you got to be is the lucky person to put it in either our community post or in the comments section. If we go with your name for that show, we're giving away an Emiliano Vargas. That's right, Fernando Vargas' son, signed with Top Rank, just won his big fight. He could potentially be a future world champion. We're going to be giving away an Emiliano Vargas signed glove. Yeah, we do Demo Ballistics. That whole RGBA crew out of SoCal, they're fantastic. Bam Rodriguez, for me, pound for pound, right? Fantastic performance. He beat really the second best fighter in that entire division, and now he's just one fight away from essentially becoming he is pound for pound in my top 3, pound for pound, but he just needs one more belt to collect to become undisputed champion at 115 pounds. Unfortunately, I don't have any connection with Robert Garcia Boxing Academy other than one friend, and I don't think I can get a signed glove, but I'm telling you guys right here, subscribe, because we're going to be giving away that Devin Haney glove. We'll let you know what you got to do to win that before Christmas. And also we'll be giving away an Emiliano Vargas glove. And all you got to do is come up with a name for our new show. Go back and look at my channel. It's the Man Cave Sports Show from the Sports Studios, Man Cave Sports Studios. Come up with a name for that show. If we pick your name, you get an autographed glove. So I appreciate everybody that was in here tonight. Just a really short show. Appreciate it if you're a 49ers fan even more. So again, let me know what you guys think. We were going to cover boxing tomorrow night, Tuesday night. The Shoe Shine will be back with Drew Evo, Philadelphia Irish Drew Evo. We'll be talking about that big Riyadh season fight. There's some more fights this weekend. Exciting news, a lot of exciting news in the boxing world, and we will be back. Until then, peace out, everybody.